Depending on the size of your Steam Deck storage and how many games you have in your library, you might find yourself deleting and installing games pretty frequently, like myself. However, if you are a true gamer, you're going to have a few games that you just refuse to delete. And that's the position that I'm in. There's a few games that I've been really impacted by, or I just spend way too much time playing. So I'm going to show you 10 games today that I just absolutely refuse to remove from my Steam Deck. Welcome back to the channel, my nerds. Hope you're having a great day. Let's get into it. The first game on this list is a unique one. I bought it probably a year ago. It's called Core Keeper. I really like the art style of this one. Very Minecraft-y, kind of esque. You're crafting, you're building, you're fighting, you're making bases, all the fun things that we do in the sandbox survivor type game. Honestly, it was the art style that sold me on this game when I think it went on sale maybe a year ago. I think it's been worth it. I've got 104.2 hours on this game. I thought it was cozy playing on my PC, but it's definitely been an amazing experience on the Steam Deck. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no context. I've looked up no videos, no guides. I'm just surviving. I'm building up my base, and I've had fun. It's really cozy. You can watch movies and do other things, multitask while you're playing it, which has kind of been the huge benefit to me. I don't have to be fully invested to get the reward of just enjoying the game. Like I said, the animation, the art style have been really, really fun, really pretty. It's been great on the Steam Deck. No real issues in terms of gameplay or compatibility. I've loved it, and I've spent, like I said, 104 hours on it. So obviously it's keeping me coming back, and I've just refused to delete this game. And yeah, so anyway, thank you to devs, if you ever watch this video, for making this game. It's kept me entertained for the equivalent of 2 work weeks. So thank you for that. Moving on to our next title. This one is not a new game by any means, but it causes just enough rage to allow me to keep this game on here. It's got the same, I guess, punishing vibes that I get when I play Dark Souls. It's called Cuphead. And like I said, it's not a new game at all. If you're not aware of what this game is, it's literally just a run and gun 2D platformer game with very punishing bosses. That's all it is. It's punishing levels after punishing levels with bosses mixed in there. And you're just gonna suffer the whole way through. You're gonna learn all the mechanics, and you're gonna find yourself getting absolutely enraged with how difficult this game is. But for some reason, when I loved it on the original Xbox back in the day when I bought it, not the original Xbox, when I bought it on the Xbox One back in the day, I always thought this game would be perfect on mobile or portable. And sure enough, when I got it on Steam Deck, it's amazing. I hate it and I love it all at the same time. I've got something like 100 hours on this game as well, and way more if I include all the other consoles I've played it on. It's great on the Steam Deck. I love the visuals. The art style is incredible. Like I said, if you've never played this game, it's got this old, like 1950s cartoon vibe to it. It's really, really fun, really, really punishing, and yeah, it definitely deserves a spot on this list. This next game, honestly, is not a game that I normally would buy or even sink any time into. It's called Dave the Diver. It's been actually incredibly fun to play. And actually, before I even got a Steam Deck, I always told myself this game would be perfect to bring to the couch or play it in the bed, really, really fun game. But when I got a Steam Deck, this was one of the first games that I downloaded onto my deck, and I have not removed it since. Got close to 90 hours on the game. If you're not familiar with the game, the mechanics really revolve around you diving and exploring and catching aquatic life, exploring aquatic life, and then running a sushi bar at night. It's got a blend of both the management sim kind of genre mixed in with exploration, and the art style, super simple, but it's done really, really well, and it's been really, really fun. So it's not a game I normally would buy. It was recommended to me by a friend for many, many months, and I'm so glad I ended up buying it. It's an incredible game. Let me see if I can just pull the price up for you. I don't have it up right now. Or maybe I do. Hold on, let's see. It's worth every single penny. It's about 20 bucks. It probably goes on sale occasionally, but yeah, it's been an incredible game. Can't recommend it enough. And honestly, it just feels like it's meant for the Steam Deck. So if you've got a Steam Deck and you're looking for a game to sink some serious hours into, and you're into the management sim kind of genre, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this one. Before we get to our next video, a quick word from our sponsors, from the devs of Yummy Kids. Today we're gonna be showcasing their brand new game that is in the works. What if monsters battling wasn't just about catching them all, but actually surviving the night? Yummy Kids is a brand new monster RPG where every decision matters. Oni aren't just caught, they're bound by contracts, and when they die, they're gone forever. But the danger doesn't stop there. When you die, the game doesn't end. You descend into the underworld, unlocking powers only found there before reversing time to return and try again. All battles are 2v2 with the retro Game Boy Color style visuals, menus inspired by Persona, and a story that isn't afraid to go darker. You begin with a tragedy, your guardian is murdered, and your twin reduced to a wandering spirit. Now, guided by that ghost, you set out to take revenge on the gang that destroyed your family and maybe bring your twin back to life. From the creators of Dokimon, Yummy Kids is a spiritual successor to Demi Kids, which is built on the Dokimon engine, pushing 2D gameplay to its limits. This is more than just nostalgia. It's actually about a new era of monster RPG legacy. Support Yummy Kids now on Kickstarter, link in the description below. Okay, for this next game, I freaking love this game. I've probably played this game 10 times, and I do different builds, or I try to. I always end up going back into the same sort of build by default. I always run Necromancer, but the game is called Divinity Original Sin 2. I played it on the Xbox One. I've played it on the Switch. I've played it on PC. I've played it on the iPad, and now I'm playing it on the Steam Deck. It's an incredible game. If you're into games like Baldur's Gate 3, or you're into the RPG top-down, heavy D&D inspired kind of game, this game is for you. Steam says I've got 170 hours. I know that that's grossly underrepresented because I've played the crap out of this game on so many consoles. I'm fairly certain, and YouTube comments, please correct me if I'm wrong, I'm fairly certain that you can transfer saves between consoles. At least that's what I remember doing at one point. I could be totally wrong, but the game's great. You have so many different builds you can do. The storyline is quite fun, but it's the free will that I find myself just constantly engrossed with. You can play villain, you can play the bad guy, you can play somewhere in the middle, you can play hero. So many different alignments that you can find yourself in. There's really cool perks to play solo. You get like special buffs called Lone Wolf. It's really, really fun. But like I said, if you're into Baldur's Gate 3, this game, honestly, Divinity Original Sin 2 is just so freaking fun, especially on the go. And the mod support, which is just, it opens up so many new classes and builds. But if you're gonna play this game for the first time, highly recommend it. Just do it vanilla, experience the game fully through. And I cannot speak highly enough about a Necromancer build. You're gonna just clean the freaking floors with a Necro build. And if you run Necro and Summoner, you're gonna just be an absolute beast of a build. So anyway, yeah, highly recommend it. And it's great on the Steam Deck, so go check it out. For this next one, I'm probably gonna get absolutely laughed at, but you know what? I think this deserves a space on my Steam Deck indefinitely. Good old Skyrim. Gosh, I can't even tell you how many times I've actually played this game. I, according to Steam, have 1,600 hours. Again, that does not represent back in the day on the Xbox 360, and then when I played it on the PS3, and then when I played it on PS4, PS5, Xbox One, PC, Switch. Now I'm on the Steam Deck again. So if I added all that up, it's probably like close to like 10,000 hours, honestly. What's great about playing on the Steam Deck is that you get access to obviously the mods that are in the game, but you can actually, and again, I'm not an expert on this, but you can actually run not the Bethesda net. You can actually run the Nexus mods through here. There's a YouTube tutorial out there somewhere that I was following a few weeks ago that allow you to set up all the Nexus mods, or at least, you know, most of them that the Steam Deck can handle. But having Skyrim on the Steam Deck, in my opinion, is better than the Switch. I played probably 40 hours on the Switch probably last year, but kept coming back to playing it on the Steam Deck. I just love as close as possible to a PC experience as possible on the go. That's what this is. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what builds or what styles or how to play the game because this game is so old now, but for whatever reason, if you've never played Skyrim, I highly recommend playing it on the Steam Deck because you're gonna feel just absolutely encapsulated by this game. And you're gonna find that you're gonna wanna bring this everywhere like I do. So if you can get on the Steam Deck and for whatever reason you made it to 2025 and you've never played Skyrim, oh my gosh, you're gonna have an amazing time. So yeah, I don't delete Skyrim. I've got like 3 different characters that I'm running through right now. I think I'm doing a cloth-only mage. I think the other one that I was doing was obviously archer. How can you not do stealth archer in Skyrim? And then I think I was running a dual axe orc who's trying to avenge the death of his mother. And yes, I do role play in my own narrative. So anyway, Skyrim stays on. That's a hard rule in this household. Let's move on. Okay, this next one stays on the Steam Deck, not because you have unlimited replayability like you do in Div or Skyrim, for instance, or even for Core Keeper. You can sink tons of hours into it. But this next title, honestly, is staying on because I haven't fully processed the game in its entirety after I beat it. It's called Firewatch, and I only have 6.6 hours in this game. I cleared it in about a week, and it was amazing. The story is, it invites heavy reflection. It touches on a lot of different topics, trauma, dealing with hard things in life. It's a great game, and I don't normally play story games, but it was so discounted on a Steam sale that I just had to. It was stupidly discounted and worth every penny, probably 4 times what I paid for this game. It runs amazing on Steam Deck, and I don't want to give it away because I went in blind, and that's honestly the way that you should experience it. All I'm gonna say is that you play as a Firewatch. You spend the summer living in this Firewatch tower in the wild, and you go through a very emotional and compelling story. And it's got choices matter type questions that come up constantly through the game. You can explore. That's all I'm gonna say. I probably will put a video out about this game very, very soon, but the game's amazing. I've only spent 6 hours on it, but I can't bring myself to delete it because of how invested I became in those mere 6 hours. If you haven't played it, highly recommend it. It's worth it on any console. I think it's on Switch, maybe, I don't know, but it's amazing on the go. I recommend playing it alone. Allow yourself to fully feel the emotions that are gonna come up as you play this game. I spent basically an entire week waking up at 5 a.m. playing it alone in the dark, and it absolutely wrecked me. That's all I'm gonna say, but it deserves a spot on my Steam Deck, and definitely, at least for now. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, this next title is honestly, it's a cult following. It's Hollow Knight, and according to Steam, I only have 30 hours in this game. That doesn't feel actually accurate. I know I've played this on console a ton. I think I played it on PS5, definitely Xbox One back in the day. But anyway, regardless, if you've never played Hollow Knight, it's a side-scroller punishing experience, but with beautiful art and really good lore if you're into that. Imagine, and this is probably an overstated comment, but it's like Dark Souls in 2D format with cute graphics, and it's amazing. Exploration is just top-notch, world design top-notch, the ability to customize your character top-notch. Bosses are really fun and rewarding, and again, if you've never played this game, I'm not going to spoil it, but the final boss sequence, it's going to put you through the ringer, and when you do clear it, you're going to feel every ounce of joy, and you're going to earn every sweaty palm moment that this game produces. So highly recommend it for whatever reason if you've never played it. But if you're just looking for a good game to keep on the Steam Deck or try on the Steam Deck, Hollow Knight is definitely a game that you are going to want to play. It's fantastic, and certainly not representative of only 26 hours, 30 hours. That is not accurate. So I know I've played close to 200 hours of this game. I'm on my 3rd or 4th run currently, and it's been amazing. Okay, for this next title, I was basically begged to play Risk of Rain 2. I think I was actually gifted this game by my brother. Now that I think about it, I don't remember buying it. I think he gifted it to me on Steam. It's a great game. Honestly, I'm no expert of this game, and it says I've only got 25 hours on the Steam Deck, and that seems true, but those 25 hours have been all amazing. I basically just run around and kill stuff and try to survive. I'm no expert on this particular game. I've seen tons of YouTube videos floating around there, or I've just crazy runs. I'm no crazy run guy, but the time I've spent on this game has been incredible. And when I've gone through different purging of titles on my Steam Deck, this one has remained on the Steam Deck. So it's definitely captured me just enough to endure like 3 or 4 purgings where I've cycled through different games. I've loved every single minute of this game. So thank you, brother, for gifting me this game whenever you actually did. If you're looking for a description for whatever reason you've never played this game, it's basically a chaotic game where you survive hordes, waves, monsters get stronger, you upgrade weapons. It's a cool kind of, I'm hesitant to call it arena because it's not really arena, but it's large land mass survival shoot 'em up type of game. It's been really, really fun. It's got cloud saves, it's got full controller support, which makes it on the Steam Deck just perfect. Honestly, if you're gonna have a lazy Saturday on the couch, Risk of Rain 2 is honestly the way to go. It's like I said, it's worth every single penny of the game. And honestly, I'm probably gonna end up spending like 300 hours on this game in total once I get burnt out on it. And even then, I'll probably still keep it on the Steam Deck just because of how fun it's been so far. Anyway, let's move on to another game, which how do you talk about a Steam Deck without talking about Stardew Valley? This game is just incredible. And oh my gosh, the time I've spent, let me just walk you through. Bought it on the Xbox One back in the day. Spent so much time. I had never played a game like this up until that point. I rebought it on the Switch, ran tons of co-op farms with different friends and family members. It has been an incredible journey. I played it on my Mac, and now I am playing on my Steam Deck. I got 500 hours on the Steam Deck currently, and it's been incredible. It's really hard to talk about playing Steam games and not talk about Stardew Valley. And God forsake, you've never heard or played this game, you're gonna spend so many hours. I'll just give you a high level. It's farm sim management. You got relationship management in there. You've got resource management in there. You got exploration. You got fighting, cave dwelling, cave exploration. It's a whole experience. And I find myself playing this game every year, and it always seems the desire strikes always around December when the air kind of gets crispy and cold, and you want to be in a cozy blanket playing a game. It's Stardew Valley, man. Stardew Valley is the game that you want to play every winter, and you're gonna be just immersed. And what's really great is that if you play it on the Steam Deck, Steam got the first round of updates for all the new farms. So you can choose different farm layouts for how you're gonna be building up your community or your actual farm. I think my favorite one so far, believe it or not, was, which one was it? I really like the night monster one, where at night your farm can produce monsters. That was just a fun risk to have. I also really liked the fishing one, believe it or not. I did like a whole fishing run and kind of leaned away from the crop management. Again, if you've never played this game, this might not make any sense to you, but for all of you Stardew Valley lovers out there, you'll know exactly what I mean. Obviously the OG farm is just the best, but you'll play this game every year. And just like Skyrim, you'll play it over and over and over again, and there's absolutely no reason to delete Stardew Valley off of your Steam Deck once you buy it. It runs great, looks beautiful, and the art style is just chef kiss. Anyway, let's move on to the very last game. And honestly, this might be the game of the year for me. I'm obviously super late to this game. It's been out for a while now, but freaking Vampire Survivors. Dude, I crapped on this game because it was recommended to me so many times. The art style just wasn't hitting for me. It went on a crazy sale. It was like stupid to not buy it, and I'm so glad that I did. I bought it probably a month ago at this point. I have sunk 203 hours on this game. I play this game every day. And just so you know how I do this, I wake up at 5, I enjoy a cup of coffee, waking up before I have to go to the gym, ultimately go to work. I spend the first 30 minutes of every single day playing Vampire Survivors. The unlockables, the builds, the runs, the thrill, I love it. And honestly, this might be controversial for a lot of you who prefer Brotato, which is a game very similar to Vampire Survivors. I like Vampire Survivors better. I like the fact that it's fast paced. I do my upgrades super, super fast. And it's just wave after wave after wave. It gets so chaotic. My favorite character is the one that throws the Santa water, the magic water. I use her for almost every run. I just get crazy builds using her. I upgrade Santa water to the max. I just get a nice clean radius of just destruction. It's great. Honestly, I'm so surprised that this game has captured me this much. But dude, it is just amazing. There's been few games in the last year that I actually like think about playing when I'm not playing it. And that's been the Vampire Survivor. It's just been absolutely so fun to play. I don't think I will ever delete this game off of my Steam Deck. And that I'm saying that above Skyrim. I'm even saying that above Stardew Valley. This game for me is a game I just will not delete. It's just so easy to get into, run a few rounds, hop off, and do whatever you're gonna do next during your day. The accessibility is honestly the reason why I've got so many hours in such a short amount of time, because it's easy to pick up, and I love that. Now, that's obviously my 10 games that I won't delete off of my Steam Deck. You probably have a whole different list, which I encourage you to drop in the comments. What are your top 10 games that you just refuse to delete off of your Steam Deck? Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Go check out my other videos. And until next time, I will see you all around. Bye.